EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to Southern California and the gorgeous SoFi Stadium in the Los Angeles suburb of Inglewood. Cameron Dicker has the ball teed up as we get underway. And off we go here on Monday night. Oh, no, right at the start, he loses the football. Special teams has come up with the recovery. What a brutal way to start the game. You're thinking of getting the ball, getting your script, running your plays. Instead, Greg, it is a fumble lost on the opening kickoff.
It's just absolutely the most disastrous beginning of a game you could possibly dream up. And what you do now, Mike, is not only does the other team...
And he's into the end zone. Chase Brown. Touchdown, Los Angeles. And they get the first points of the game. What a way to start it, Greg. You get the ball. It's what you want to do. Settle into this game on top 6-0.
Mike, how often do we have coaches tell us the importance of playing with the lead? Well, they come take the ball right away on the first drive, all the way down there and strike first. And now the rest of the way, let's see how it plays out.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Chargers have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. This returnable from the 4. He'll come across the 20 and taken down at the 21-yard line. First and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He's got the hookup downfield with McConkey. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
And this is what you can do when you have one of the best receivers in the game. You understand that even if the coverage is not perfect for the play call, sometimes it's just as simple as my guy is better than your guy, and we're going to just keep giving him a chance.
Throwing now on first and 10. And this throw batted away and incomplete. Trying to get it to his tight end, Brock Bowers. It's second down.
They told us this week they were going to try to come out fast, and tell you what, that's exactly what they did. Put immediate pressure on this secondary and let them know, hey, all game long today, you better defend every blade of grass because we're coming out firing. And even though that ball falls incomplete, it goes a long way.
That is intercepted. Picked off by Nick Cross. And he is going to bring this one back. A DB's dream. A pick 6 for touchdown. And that just adds to the start for this one. They walk down the field to get the touchdown, and then the defense joins the offensive party, Greg. Each side has scored a touchdown early on.
Yeah, and you just can't draw up a worse start than this, Mike. I mean, not only to allow the opposing team to go down and score on their first drive, but then to follow it up with a pick 6. You find yourself in a big hole here early. Do they have enough to dig their way out?
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. Right back to the air following that pick 6. Glad McConkey the one he was looking for. And it'll bring up second down.
He decides to go with the safe throw and throws it well short of the sticks. And at this level, Mike, you just can't miss layups like that.
We'll try again. It's second and 10. They'll look to throw. He's going to air this one out. That one knocked away. It is incomplete. Very good job defensively. Stayed right with them. And we'll bring up third down.
Well, not exactly breaking news here, Mike. They got speed on the perimeter that just not a lot of teams in the NFL have. So even though that ball falls incomplete, I think they have to continue to do it. Continue to pressure this defense and make them defend the entire field. Because as they're worried about him running by them, there is a lot of space open underneath.
On third down, they'll set up to throw. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a fourth down. The Raiders have their punt team out there. That's a nice job of making things more manageable for this offense as he takes it back beyond the 25-yard line. So they come to the line for first down and 10. The motion man here is Mitchell. Back to throw here to begin the drop. To the left side, that's caught by Mitchell. And he's going to be taken down at the 37.
To say this group has started strong here in the first quarter, Mike, might be a bit of an understatement. I mean, offensively, firing on all cylinders. Defensively, suffocating the opponent. The ability to complement each other on both sides of the ball and play at such a high level. They could have a little bit more breathing room here by the end of this drive.
A good spot here, second and a yard. On the ground, it's Brown. And they're going to work this down inside the 45.
This is already a little better than the first time they had the ball, Mike. Remember, opening possession, 3 and out. Showing some signs of life here now. Nice pick up there by the back to pick up the first down.
Now Brown. And he finds some space, tackled after a gain of 7 on first down. Here's a 2nd and 3 forthcoming. They run out of the gun and tag on a reverse. And he'll work his way for about 4 yards. That's good enough for a first down.
They didn't need a lot here to pick up the first down, so I think it's a smart call. Get the ball to a guy who can maneuver his way across the marker. And, Mike, listen, if they hadn't stopped him so quickly, you and I both know he could have taken that one a lot longer.
He gets that to his big target, Trey McBride. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
They've done a nice job spreading the ball around. Make the defense have to account for as many different weapons as possible here early. I think back to our conversation with this coaching staff, Mike. They identified this guy as someone they needed to get involved early and often, so that might be his first target. I don't think it's going to be his last. Just a little slow developing on that screenplay there. It was pretty obvious to the entire defense exactly what was going on. Nobody was thinking pass. Nobody was getting back into their drops, and just nowhere for that back to go.
Now they'll set up to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. coverage was good that time. The contact jarring the ball loose and forcing third down.
They couldn't quite connect there on that short pass, Mike, and I just think it's worth reminding everyone how different the concepts are down here in the red zone than what the rest of the game plan calls for in the normal part of the field.
To the left side in the hands of Watson. And the Chargers are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is where the speed of your inside receivers are so critical. He lines up in the right slot. But, Mike, look how far he covers to where he ended up receiving that ball. You can't have all day. Those defensive linemen, they are coming after your quarterback. So the speed in the slot is critical. That's a great example why. So often when it comes to safeties, Mike, we talk about their speed and their range. But for him to be able to come up and make a tackle and be physical at the point of attack and keep this ball carrier to no gain, that's pretty impressive.
So quarter one in the books. The opening Monday nighter of this new season. 14-0 is our score. We're back in Southern California in a moment.
Time to shine, fellas.
So the ball's still at the 8-yard line for second down and goal. The man in motion is Watson. He'll drop to throw. That is caught in the middle of the end zone. Xavier, we get touchdown, LA. This defense continuing to give up points. Greg, you've been on offenses like this. This has to feel great when you're on a roll like this.
And it's really twofold, Mike. First and foremost, just like you said, every offense in the league works all week. We want to start out fast. We want to establish some early rhythm and play our style of game. They've certainly done that. Now, on the flip side, what does it do to your opponent? It takes them completely out of their game plan, knowing this early in the game, they're chasing points.
After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. From the 6, here comes a return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. And he'll take this past the 30. A gain of 6. Mark it at the 31. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4. Back to the ground. He'll get it again. He'll manage only a couple. Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah in on the stop. Here's 3rd and 2. Try to pick this one up on the ground. And he is going to have the Raiders first down. At least it appears that way. He got it maybe by the length of the football.
In real time from up here, Mike, I couldn't tell whether or not he got it at first glance. But I think after seeing the replays we have up here, it looked like he and his blockers got just enough. And they're going to be able to keep this drive alive.
Now this time they'll look to throw. And they're going to track him down. He couldn't find a receiver, and down he goes.
If you're going to take a sack, you just can't add to it by taking such a massive loss on top of it. Understand when the pocket breaks down, move up, cut your losses. Now, not only do you lose that down, but now you face a big uphill battle if you want to extend this drive.
In motion is Myers. Here's a handoff out of the gun. That will make 3rd down a little more manageable. Good yardage gained on that one. Shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. That's caught. It's the tight end, Brock Bowers.
Seemed to me, Mike, before that ball was even snapped, the quarterback had already made up his mind. I'm throwing the ball to the tight end no matter what the look is, and he's counting on the big body picking up the rest after the catch, and even though he's able to secure the ball, nice job by the defense keeping him short of the sticks.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Christian Watson, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up second down. Back to throw. That's left side, and that's the tight end, McBride. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Just seems like every year, Mike, the tight end position just continues to grow within the passing game and establishes a bigger and bigger role. And listen, I know I'm biased, but if you want to have a good passing game, you better have a good tight end.
In trouble, and down he goes.
It's a 10-yard loss.
A tick under 2 minutes until halftime. Greg and I back with more on this opening week after this. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. A throw left side, going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jacorian Bennett. And he is going to score. A pick six for the touchdown. Nothing the defense loves more, Greg, than the opportunity to not only stop a team, but turn them back around the other way. A touchdown on the pick six.
Yeah, the defense just loves getting their hands on the ball when they can, Mike, but it is extra special when they're able to capitalize and take it all the way back for 6.
These are the ones that rip your heart out on the offensive side.
Makes the score, Chargers 41, Raiders 7.
Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Here's Darius Davis to return it. He'll get this up past the 20, and that's where they'll set up shop. This drive starts at the 21. It's 1st and 10. Here's Brown. And good blocking up front, paving the way for a gain of 8 on the ground.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings us 2nd and 2 at the 29-yard line.
Here's 2nd and 2. A carry here for Brown. And he'll be close to a first down. A gain of a couple as they mark him just short.
At the 31, a 2-yard pickup. Brings up
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. And this is going to be incomplete. That is great work there, making things difficult defensively. It'll set up a 4th down. He is stopped in his tracks on that one. They made sure that return was not going any farther. Set to go now on 1st and 10. contact. It's incomplete. What a good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. And it'll be second down. Not wanting to take a chance this time. He'll keep this one on the ground. And he's going to be very close to a first down. That's a good run there. Maybe just a couple of feet short. One final throw before the break. Oh, and he's going to go down. He could not get rid of it. And that's going to bring an end to this first half. Coach, thank you. Back here on EA Sports as we count down to the kickoff of the second half. Pretty interesting first half. We'll see if any strategy changes for the next 30 minutes or more as this second half gets underway. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line.
The Chargers take over first and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
On first and 10, they'll set up to throw.
Defense does a nice job here initially using zone coverage to take away the middle of the field. That's the most valuable real estate in football. Quarterback gets off his first read, sees some openings to the sideline, and him and his receiver are able to connect.
They'll run here with Brown. And that'll give him a first down. Tackle made after the pickup of 3.
This is a situation that play callers love to be in, Mike. They have all their options on the table. Second and short, play action pass, you can run. In this case, they choose to keep it on the ground, play it safe, pick up the first down.
To the air now on first and 10. And that one incomplete.
Pretty clear approach here, Mike. You're just trying to take advantage of the size of your tight end versus a smaller defender, and you're just saying box him out, go up for an offensive rebound, and get the ball at its highest point. In this case, it falls incomplete, but if they continue to get that matchup, this quarterback's not going to shy away from giving his big tight end a shot.
Back to the air once more on second down. You'll find Brown out of the backfield. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
They were able to complete this pass, but how often do we see these running backs run these angle routes and they catch it in stride and run a hole through the defense? So, I know the defense gave up some yards here, but it could have been a lot worse.
They'll throw here on third, and that's over the middle and intercepted. It's the linebacker, Zaven Collins.
By the Raiders. They'll take over first and 10 at their own 46-yard line.
A fresh set of downs to work with. It is first down and 10. Pressure gets there, and down he goes.
When it starts bad, it has a funny way of ending up getting worse, and I don't think that could be any more true than it is right now. They're already down by multiple possessions, and after that start to this drive with the sack, they find themselves once again in a massive hole.
To the sideline, and what a catch, and what a great job to keep the feet alive. Inbounds as good as you can do it.
So often, sacks, especially on first down, can be drive pulls. Their ability here to take this from second and long to third and short, They've got a really good opportunity here, Mike. If they don't get it on third, don't be surprised if they go for it on fourth.
They'll throw here on third and short yardage. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line.
It's a gain of 25 yards. First down, Raiders.
To the ground, a first down run. And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. This one caught at the 4. And the Raiders are going to have a first and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Throwing now from the gun. That is caught. And he's in. Brock Bowers. Touchdown, Raiders. Greg, sometimes we say it too often. That was an important drive. That one really felt important for them to edge a little bit closer.
Yeah, now the question is, Mike, yeah, the offense does their job, but can the defense get a stop? They've got to continue to get the ball back to their offense. Let them build on that previous drive because they've still got some work to do.
The extra point, up and good. And the Raiders draw closer here. It's 21-14. The kickoff team is out on the field, and we're back to it as the kick's away. This one taken at the 7. Good return, but he pays the price at the end. Picked up and thrown down. Here's first and 10. They'll begin here on the ground. They'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play.
The offense is trying to test the edges of the perimeter of this defense, Mike, but the defense is just too quick to the ball. Total team defense, pursuit, 11 hats to the ball carrier. It's exactly what we saw here. Keep that gain to nothing.
They'll try again here. Second and 10. That one complete to Leggett. And they'll be set up now. Up past the 40 with that one.
Every once in a while, it just comes down to you need somebody in the huddle to just make a play. And it wasn't a whole lot fancy here. The quarterback just dumps the ball down, a quick underneath completion, and then really it's the yards after catch that did the rest. And that's what it takes. You're not always going to have the perfect play. You're not always going to dial up the perfect play against the perfect look. Sometimes players need to make plays, and that was a good one there.
We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more Monday Night Football after this. So after the loss on first, here's second and 14. They'll stick with him again. A nice pickup, moving it across the 40. We'll give him 6 on that play. They're going to try to pick this up on 3rd and 8. That one taken in right side by Legette. He's got a touchdown on the books from earlier, and that catch gets him a first down.
So this is a part of the game that everybody works on, Mike. They call it 4-minute offense, and you don't necessarily have to have 4 minutes on the clock. But the whole idea is we possess the ball late in the 4th quarter with the lead. The goal is we want to end the game with the ball. So that 3rd down conversion is going to go a long way. Protect the ball, continue to pick up first downs. If they do that, I don't even think their opponent sees the ball again. Throughout this entire game, we've really seen this quarterback operate very efficiently, not only being able to spread the ball to multiple playmakers, Mike, but really complete a high percentage of his passes. So can't let that last incomplete break what's been a really nice rhythm so far.
What can they do here on 3rd down and 7? That's caught by McBride. A gain there of 15. First down, LA.
A lot could go wrong anytime you decide to put the ball in the air here late in the 4th quarter as you're trying to run out the clock and protect this lead. But at the same time, I like that they haven't gone super conservative, just handoff right, handoff left, and it just turns into tackling practice. So I like the balance of making the defense defend everything, because right now, possess the ball, protect the ball, and ultimately just run the clock out.
Give them 12 on that one. They are on the march. Another first down. Blown back in the backfield. He'll get the carry here. And he surges forward for a gain of about 5. They'll break the huddle. It's 2nd and 5. A handoff as they try to run it here. And he'll get back maybe to the line of scrimmage, but probably going to be a loss of a yard here.
You know at this point the defense has to sell out and stop the run. You know exactly what the offense is trying to get accomplished by keeping the ball on the ground. But now the question remains, are they willing to take some risk here and put the ball in the air on 3rd down? Or do they play it safe and keep running the clock by keeping the ball on the ground?
They'll try to get this one on the ground. And the Chargers are going to have a 1st and goal coming up. They try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
Wow, a little change of play call here, and that's typically not what we see at this down and distance. That's typically a passing down, Mike, but they catch the defense off guard, keep the ball on the ground, and they're able to pick up enough for the first down.
And he'll be taken down as the clock ticks towards 2 minutes to play. So 2 minutes left to play in the 2nd half. We'll come back and finish this one off after this. We'll go again from the 3. It is 2nd and goal. They'll drop to throw, and he'll take it on in. Trey McBride, touchdown Chargers.
And that's exactly how you stress all week, finishing a game. Get the ball and leave no doubt. But that late touchdown, Mike, that should all but just seal this victory away.
On is McPherson for the extra point. He gets it to go, and the Chargers have doubled their advantage. It is now a 28-14 game. After the touchdown, here's Dicker out to send this one away. This will be returned from the 6. Whoa. Good job in coverage. They're going to get him down short of the 20-yard line. They'll come up for 1st and 10. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up 2nd down.
A great pass rush is like a closer in baseball. When you bring them into the game, it's all but over. That's exactly the case here. It doesn't result necessarily in a sack, but it was the hit that altered the throw just enough to end that play before it started.
And before the snap, we have a whistle, and this could very well be a false start. Now, on 2nd and long. They'll look to throw. That's over the middle, but it's incomplete.
This is one of those situations that plays directly into the hands of the defense because they know this offense has to be one-dimensional. This has to be a pass. So what do? They bring in extra defensive backs. They clog up the back end. And at the end of the day, there's just nowhere for the offense to go with the ball.
That is incomplete. Here we go. They're down to what could be their final play. It's 4th down.
This offense has to find a way to be better on 1st and 2nd down, Mike. Living in these 3rd and long situations, must pass, is not a recipe that their offensive coordinator wants to operate in.
Now or never, they'll throw on 4th down. Gets that one complete to his tight end, Bowers. A big connection to flip the field as they get across midfield on that one. They'll look to throw. This is intercepted. Picked by Jeremiah Owusu-Koramoah. And he's going to be out of bounds, but quite a turn of events here. He has set up the offense with 1st and goal. They'll try to run this one in. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Chargers will open it up even further here in this 4th quarter. So the kickoff team out there one final time in the final minute as they kick it away. He fields it at the 8. Oh, he's got room past the 30. And they'll be set up well as he is past the 35-yard line. Ball rests at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. Throwing it right into the hands of his running back. That's a nice pickup on a 1st down throw. It's a gain of 8. Now they'll set up to throw. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be 3rd down. He'll drop to throw. He's got the open man. That's McConkey. And he's going to pick up the 1st down. He knew where that marker was and made sure he got beyond it. From the 50, he'll set up to throw. He'll push this one downfield for Bowers. And the Chargers are going to come up with a late turnover but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So this one is over. It's in the win column for the